President Duterte bears the list of traits that he thinks his successor should possess. The MMDA says Metro Manila mayors are open to the proposed COVID-19 alert level 0. And Russia widens attacks on Ukraine as it strikes a military facility near Poland. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Charles Lejano. The Philippines is now at minimal risk for COVID-19 as infections appear to have been continuously declining. Let's get more insight on this as joining us now live on the phone is OCTA Research Fellow Professor Guido David. Good evening, Professor David. Thanks again for sharing your time with us this Sunday. Does OCTA Research see a continuous downtrend of infections for the next week or so?
Yes, hi, good evening, Charles, and happy Sunday. Yes, we're actually seeing a continuous decrease of cases. Today, the number of cases reported was 564, but the number of deaths is still relatively high at 169 deaths. The positivity rate nationwide is holding at about 3.2% positivity rate, which is a very good positivity rate. The reproduction number is still low. It's around 0.2 or so, and that means that we're expecting cases to still decrease, although the rate of decrease has slowed down over the past week. So before we were getting negative growth rates of about negative 50%, but now we're getting just about negative 20 to negative 30% growth rate, which is still okay as long as cases still continue to decrease.
Right, my main takeaway from all that is everything's still within the okay range, but then the DOH has been releasing case bulletins on a weekly basis now. Does this affect OCTA's COVID-19 monitoring negatively at all?
Well, they have been releasing bulletins weekly, but the numbers have still been are still being updated daily in their data drop. So that actually hasn't really affected our monitoring. But if they cease to update the data drop daily, then of course there will be problems monitoring it. We won't be able to see if a surge comes. I mean, we're hoping there won't be any surge, but in case that some new variant arises or something, we might not have visibility. So, but we hope, of course, that they continue to update the data drop daily. So that we can continue to monitor as what we are doing now. In fact, I just posted the numbers in my Twitter today, 564 new cases.
Right, Professor David, much talk now about alert level 0, and NCR mayors have yet to reach consensus on the capital's possible shift to this alert level 0. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, Charles, basing on the numbers in NCR, although we're still at low risk, the numbers are getting very close to reaching very low risk in the NCR. So, de-escalating the alert level is definitely possible, considering we have a high vaccine coverage in the NCR, so a lot of people have been vaccinated. So this is definitely possible. Of course, we hope that even as we de-escalate to alert level 0, that somehow we'll still have some, minimum public health standards in place in certain areas, because the numbers are good right now in the Philippines, but they remain high in our Asian neighbors. For example, in Hong Kong, in Malaysia, South Korea, Singapore, etc. So the pandemic is not yet over internationally.
Quite the contrast between the Philippines now and the rest of the Asian countries, but then we're also receiving reports about the emergence of this Delta Cron variant. What do we know so far about this, and should we be concerned?
Well, yes, we're monitoring this Delta Cron. Right now, we're not very concerned about it because it has been found in low numbers right now. We are concerned about this Omicron sublineage. We've heard about the BA2, but I think this one's being called BA2.2. And they're saying that it's the one that's spreading in Hong Kong, and it's causing a high number of deaths. So, this is very fairly new. So I don't really have a lot of information. I mean, it's not even this information is not even available, in many news sites. But we're continuing to monitor this. It may be nothing, of course. It may be just the same as the Omicron BA2. Although, like we said, we're continuing to monitor this. We're not disregarding this possible threat, but we don't want to panic over it yet. So we want to have more information before we make recommendations regarding this new, possibly new sublineage of Omicron.
And we expect to hear more from you about this as well. Thanks for your time as always. That was OCTA Research Fellow, Professor Guido David.
Thank you.
With no formal endorsement yet for any presidential candidate, President Duterte reveals what he's looking for in his successor. The details in this report.
Compassionate, decisive, and a good judge of people. These are the qualities Filipinos should look for in a president, according to President Duterte in his one-on-one interview with his spiritual advisor, Pastor Apollo Kibuloy, on SMNI last Saturday.
First, the president should be a compassionate one. Yung para sa tao talaga. Second, he must be, and the third, that he must be a good judge of tao. So, magkuha ka, you're able to delegate these powers because you know their character.
Duterte also said he thinks any president should first experience being a mayor. He added the next president should be prepared to handle anything from the issue on the West Philippine Sea to the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine.
Ang maging presidente, dumaan ng mayor, parang lakihan mo lang yung dimension mo, makita mo. And you should be prepared to tackle each and every problem.
Duterte also touted that he has achieved his objective to bring peace in Mindanao, but he added he is wary of the possible chaos the upcoming elections may bring.
I cannot guarantee you that it will be peaceful. There will be one or two or three. And even dito sa Mindanao, nabi ko talaga sa kanila. I will not allow terrorism sa election. I will not allow violence.
Still, the president believes that the leadership of new COMELEC chairman Saidamen Pangarungan will help fix any incoming issues.
Kasi Maranao is good. He's a lawyer. At saka marami na itong dinaanan na sa gobyerno. The Moro hatred, dahan-dahang nawala sa kanila. Because ipagbigyan natin sila sa lahat. Anong hiningi nila? As a matter of fact, my last pinakamarami sa administrasyon ko na maraming mga Moro. We have achieved militarily the objectives of keeping the peace in Mindanao.
Meanwhile, Duterte also reiterated that he wants to leave the legacy of a strong military. And to ensure this, he again reiterated that his administration increased the salaries of soldiers and added more to the armed forces budget under the AFP modernization program.
Comparatively sa budget ng previous administration, there's a graph there. I doubled the budget. I leave the presidency with a strong military.
Sam Terante, we are One News.
Let's check in on other updates in Philippine politics. Presidential candidate Bongbong Marcos made his way to Las Piñas to woo potential voters for the upcoming elections. Absent from the caravan was Marcos Jr.'s running mate, Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte, but she later attended the grand rally. presidential bet Leody de Guzman and his running mate Walden Bello are challenging Marcos Jr. to attend the COMELEC's debates. Bello reiterated that the public must know about their programs. Marcos Jr., meanwhile, has yet to confirm his attendance, while Mayor Sara Duterte said she has already decided not to participate. And over 1,300 UP College of Law alumni and students have endorsed Vice President Leni Robredo for the presidency. They said Robredo provides leadership from the front, and that is what the country needs to rebuild the economy, rework the justice system, and preserve national patrimony. We'll be back with more stories after a quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Charles Lehano. Russian forces launched an airstrike on a Ukrainian military base in Lviv, killing at least 9 people and wounding 57. Regional Governor Maxim Kozitsk said that Russia had fired around 30 rockets at their Yaroviv military facility. He added, though, that some were intercepted before impact. Russia has yet to issue a statement on the incident near the border of Poland, which is a NATO member. Separately, an official of the city of Ivano-Frankivsk reported that Russian troops continue to hit its airport. No casualties have been reported in the area as of now. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. And you can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lehano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We're One News.